money. The shit talkers get all the attention.
Yeah.
The shit talkers get everything. We get a bad rap, but we get everything else.
Yeah.
Jake Paul just got absolutely destroyed by Mike Tyson after canceling the very fight he had been begging for. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth can this fight even get cancelled after all the hype? I mean, we saw not one, but 2 press conferences, millions of dollars thrown into promotions, banners everywhere. It was supposed to be a big showdown.
A lot of mushrooms, Mike. This is like...
That's what I'm saying.
There you go. I can't.
Oh.
We're heating up. Oh, he's going to be chewing for a sec. Now, the pussy people put it on a peanut butter sandwich. It mixes together. You know what I'm saying? But Mike wants all those little particles stuck in his teeth. You'll be digging a gram out for this.
Are we rolling? Welcome back to Impulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Iron Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson. Shit. You're scared. The way you look at me scares me.
You're a bitch. You need to fight somebody.
Iron Mike.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Hell no.
This is scary.
Shit. You're a bitch. Bitch.
Shit.
Does that make sense to you? You're a very scared little boy. Respect me. No, I'm serious. I'm not being funny. Wow. You get try something?
I'm gonna pass today just because I'm kind of
bitch ass nigga.
But here we are, because Jake, in his own little world, thinks he's some sort of untouchable king, making decisions like he's the boss of the universe. Only problem here is that Mike Tyson's not just some random guy you can flake on because you're suddenly not in the mood. Nope. Mike's the kind of guy who will rip you apart if you try to pull that nonsense. Where Mike Tyson first roasted Jake? Brace yourself. It was on none other than Logan Paul's podcast. Yep, Jake's own brother. The best part, Logan didn't even try to cut it out. I mean, why would he? The views were probably skyrocketing, and Logan knew what he was doing. But hey, let's not get sidetracked with brotherly drama today. Let's focus on the real roast that went down. Mike Tyson walked into Logan's podcast, cool as ever, and decided to drop some truth bombs like only he can. Tyson absolutely unleashed on him, and Logan just sat there, probably wishing he could disappear into his chair.
Does that make sense to you? You're a very scared little boy. Respect.
Mike broke it all the way down. He basically said Jake's more into using boxing as his latest fame booster than actually respecting the sport. It's like Mike was looking right through all the YouTube hype and straight into Jake's soul. He was done with Jake treating boxing like a social media sideshow, and he let everyone know it. Get this, Jake wasn't even there. He wasn't in the room. Tyson's just sitting there next to Logan, absolutely tearing into his little brother. And Logan? The man was frozen. What do you even say when a legend is shredding your brother's reputation right in front of you? Now, let's be real. Jake's no stranger to trash talk. It's practically his love language at this point. But here's the thing. Tyson's on a whole different level. This is Mike Tyson, the guy who knocked out legends. He's not about to get roped into Jake's social media antics. Nah, Tyson's been there, done that, and he's not playing around.
I'm serious. I'm not being funny. Wow. You get try something?
I'm gonna pass today just because I'm kind of
bitch ass nigga.
He straight up accused Jake of being in it just for fame. According to Mike, Jake's more into the likes and retweets than actually stepping into the ring with any real dedication. He called it out for what it is. Jake's not here for the sport, the discipline, or the history. He's here to play boxer and rake in the views. And honestly, That's gotta sting. For Jake, this had to be a wake-up call. I mean, it's one thing for random people on Twitter to troll you, but when Mike Tyson tells you you're not serious about boxing, that's a whole new level of reality check. This wasn't about promoting a fight or stirring up drama. This was about the sport itself, about the fighters who've shed blood, sweat, and tears in the ring. And Tyson wasn't convinced Jake had any respect for that. Now, before you start thinking Jake bailed just because he couldn't handle the roasting, let me clear things up. Honestly, Mike was actually pretty chill. Even after dropping those harsh words, trust me, the guy's got no filter. So the real reason Jake Paul backed out of the fight with Mike Tyson was that Jake just couldn't handle the new rules Tyson laid out. Specifically, the one rule that had him shaking in his boots. No TKO. Yep, you heard that right. The same Jake Paul, who's always so confident in his skills, couldn't stomach the idea of a fight without the referee there to save him.
And it seems like you're not playing the game. Like you don't care to.
I don't think that's disrespectful. I've been disrespected before, and that's not even the same class of disrespect. He's giving me compliments, if anything.
Well, Mike, he loves you. Everyone.
Tyson dropped this bombshell during a podcast appearance, and let's just say, it was brutal. He revealed that Jake had agreed to fight on Tyson's terms right from the get-go. Contract signed, everything locked in, and Jake knew what he was getting into. Or at least, that's what we all thought. But when the fight started to look like a real, no-nonsense brawl instead of just another social media spectacle, Jake folded faster than a cheap tent. Tyson's no TKO rule took away Jake's safety net, and he wasn't having it.
What I learned through my 58 years of experience, what my experience is, that anyone's capable of killing you. In my life and the way I lived my life and what I've seen, anyone's capable of killing you, so you should be apprehensive for any.
Tyson didn't even need to be angry about it. He just calmly laid out the facts, like it was no big deal. And that's what made it so much worse for Jake. Tyson wasn't trying to play into Jake's drama or hype. It was clear that Mike was all about the sport, about respect for the ring. The no TKO rule wasn't some random request either. It was a statement. This is real. This is serious. And Jake wasn't ready for it. You see, for Tyson, the knockout is just second nature. The guy knocked out 44 opponents in his career, most of them in the first few rounds. The fact that he even had to bring up the no TKO rule is almost funny. Like, when has Mike Tyson ever needed a referee to step in? But this rule, it wasn't for Tyson. It was for Jake. It was Tyson's way of saying, you're not getting an easy way out of this one, kid. And that's when the reality hit Jake, harder than any punch Tyson could have thrown. Without a TKO option, Jake was fully exposed. The one thing he had been relying on, somebody to save him if things got too rough, was off the table. And that's when it all started to unravel. Jake realized this wasn't going to be a game. It wasn't going to be another promotional stunt. It was going to be brutal, and he wasn't ready for it. Meanwhile, Tyson was probably laughing to himself. Here's Jake Paul, the guy who loves to stir the pot, suddenly realizing he's in way over his head. Mike's been through it all, and he's the last person Jake should have tried to underestimate. The no TKO rule was Tyson's way of raising the stakes, and Jake simply couldn't keep up. So, what do you think will happen next? Is Jake gonna try to negotiate his way out, or is it all done for him? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button too. Subscribe button.